Nebraska. He took about a day off. Him and Mike didn't have much luck. The birds aren't acting right. We come over here. We were going to wait until the morning. We decided to come over this evening and hunt. We drove up to a piece Wyatt got permission on, and we saw 3 toms walking over the hill here. So we gave them some time, and they went on over. And we set up just on the other side of the crest of the hill to where if they're in this bowl right here, they didn't see us. So we know there are 3 toms on here right now. We're just hoping we can get them to come in here and beat up this DSD. It's a beautiful day, way better than what the weatherman said it was going to be, so we're going to sit tight and see what happens here.
So pretty, dude.
I don't like what he's doing. Oh, you hear that drum?
Just take your time. Watch the blind.
Shoot. Gosh dang it, are you serious? Are you kidding me? I waited all season for it.
That happened so quick, dude.
I knew he was going to
Your
booger
elbow
when
hit the blind. That's what
I
happened.
knew he was going to booger when I drew. Alright, well that bird came in and did it perfect. Wyatt called one time. And, he come right in, gobbled once and came right in. We weren't here 5 minutes. And he come right into the decoy and nudged the decoy. And in hindsight, we've been talking about everything we could have done different. I should have drawn earlier, but whenever I drew, my elbow hit the back of the blind and popped it up, and he got a little nervous. And he started getting out of here, and I just rushed the shot. I don't have any excuses. I just rushed the shot and skimmed his neck. But we watched him walk off here, and we're pretty sure he came right back up where he came through. We think it was him. There's another bird over there, and he didn't want nothing to do with this, but I don't have anything else to say. I don't know what to tell you. Just missed the turkey at 6 or 8 yards.
Alright, well, it is midday, April the 2nd. It's a beautiful day today. Sun's shining, and I'm by myself. Austin had to go back home to Missouri. He had a wedding he's in this afternoon, so I'm by myself the rest of the day. Jake and Cole are sitting on a different spot, and so I am headed in here to a spot that we hunted one other time a few days ago, and we had a bird gobbling here in the middle of the day. So it's a huge ridge that goes back into this just hundreds of acres of timber, and something should definitely be able to hear me calling. I'm just hoping there's a bird in this area that wants to play. So it's gonna be a hike going back in here with all this stuff by myself, so I'm gonna take my time, but I should be set up by 12:30 and sit there for a couple hours and see if we can't pull one in. So okay, it is 12:15, April 2nd here in Nebraska. I'm sitting by myself. Austin had to go home. He's in a wedding this afternoon, so snuck up here on top of this big ridge in the middle of all this hundreds of acres of timber. So there should be some birds within earshot of me. The wind is gusting every once in a while, but it's calming down enough where I should be able to cast a call to a lot of this timber. So DSDs are looking good sitting out here on the road, and I'm pretty excited. I'm gonna sit here for a little while and see if can't pull something in here. So got the head hunter ready to go if one commits to the decoy. So fingers crossed. Well, I'd been sitting in this spot for a couple hours at this point, hadn't heard a gobble, been calling every 5 or 10 minutes, and finally, right before I was about to pack up, I heard a gobble about 300 or 400 yards away, and I immediately answered him, and he didn't gobble back. I called 3 or 4 more times and was about to pack up and leave again when I heard footsteps coming up the hill to my right. I've been sitting here for like 2 hours, calling every 5 minutes, and I hadn't heard a peep the whole time I've been here, and I had just put up my calls and was getting ready to start packing everything up in the blind, and I heard a bird gobble way, way off, 300 or 400 yards, and I got my call back out and called. Nothing ever answered. Called a couple more times real loud just to make sure they could hear me, whatever it was. And I figured if it was gobbling this time of the day, that it was one by itself. And after not hearing anything, I was going to start packing up again. And all of a sudden I hear footsteps like 50 yards right over the hill from me. And they're getting loud and coming right at me. So I kept watching. Finally, I saw the red heads come up. There was 3 gobblers come up right here in front of me. I don't know why they didn't commit, but they didn't like something. They got out here in the road, and they were only 10, 12 yards when they popped out, and then they started going straight away from me. I had to switch arrows and put a swacker on and shot right over his back. So it sucks whenever you sit this many hours and finally get a chance like that and screw it up. So that's how it's supposed to work. Middle of the day, it's just they're not supposed to come all the way in and then not commit. So pretty frustrating, but we'll just keep on trying, I guess.